1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome, everybody, to the Bottom of the Glass Nation show. I think I've de-aged 40 years. Or more like 35. I don't know how old my dad was when he had me, or else I'd have an exact number for you. But no, I didn't de-age. It's just Gen Z kid here with my really flat hair. Gen X mom wanted to point out. Thank God. I'm getting all set. I'm on setup on my side of the studio. I got Pedro with me. Of course, he's free and all. And then I got some cool stuff. I got that for Christmas over there, the little plasma ball. Obviously, it's not on because it doesn't stay on for very long. And it'd suck for halfway through the stream. Half of you guys would be like, "Hey, your plasma ball turned off. Your plasma ball. What happened?" So I'm just getting it out of the way now. I'm not turning it on. I don't really want to. And then I got my phone right here for when the staff yells at me. And I'm going to subtly look down and be like, "Ah, man, why are they yelling at me?" for hints and stuff. So I'm going to practice with you guys now so to see if you guys pick up on it. Okay? So just you guys tell me when I look at my phone. So if you didn't catch it right there, that's just that's the subtleness of what's happening right there. Just so you know, that's my connection with the staff. Hopefully you guys don't notice. I don't think you will, but just want to keep you guys connected on that level. I got a few things to go over, and it's mostly about Gen X because you guys are some weirdos. Okay, you guys came up with some weird stuff. You know how how people talk about technology growing exponentially? Yeah, you guys were at the weird start of the curve where you guys were branching out trying to try different things, and it just didn't work. Okay, there's a lot of things that are wrong with you guys, if I'm being honest, okay? Now, there's a lot of stuff wrong with Gen Z. I'll admit it. But you got to admit your own faults, too, okay? We're going to be going over some weird band names. We're going to be going over some weird toy, everything. Anything you can imagine, we're going to go over because there's some weird stuff you guys do. But first, I have a few things in the sheets. Why? Because you, as Gen X, like to talk a lot. You got your old war stories. Or no, that's boomers. But you have a lot of memories to talk about, And you like to be the cold and I don't need to talk to anybody lone wolf generation until you get into a YouTube stream and start belting out your life story to all your fellow friends. Okay? So, let's go through the sheets. I have a note here that I have to make a PSA for Facebook stars and donuts. Oh, yeah. So, Facebook, everybody on Facebook, YouTube, plug yours for a second. Everybody on Facebook, we've made the minimum requirement 300 stars. One, because Gen X Dad and I cannot get to everything and it fills up the sheets. And two, it's more bang for your buck, too. Instead of sending few 50 stars and paying Facebook Facebook takes 50% of your initial payment. It's stupid. I know. That's why we have our PayPal linked, okay? If you really want the best way to support us, most of it just goes to Gen X Mom anyway. I swear she embezzles half of it, but that's okay. She needs her nails done. So, Carl Gerard, 13 of the best months hanging out with the Gen X family and Bottom of the Glass Nation. I'm assuming he's a member for 13 months. BBE, right over my head. Please raise a glass for my best friend Seth and a hero firefighter who had a heart attack this morning at work and he's doing well. Well, Seth, he fights fires and fights God telling him to stop working, okay? He will keep working. I only have water with me, but if my dad was here, he'd definitely raise up some whiskey for you. And water's just as good. Shout out to Seth, man. I appreciate you doing the work that a lot of people wouldn't want to do. Not many people, especially my generation, would want to risk their lives for the well-being of others. So, Samuel Pancake, member for 11 months. He's an extra. Samuel Pancake getting real close to his big red one. February 11th will be the day that he has to make sure he's tuned into a live stream. Okay, no matter what. Because he's getting his big red one that day. Redneck Drennan. W name. That is a great name. And for all of you Gen Xers where you had no idea what I just said right there, in Gen Z, in sports, when you get a win or a loss, it's a one in the W column or one in the L column. So whenever something's cool, you say that's a W name. Like that puts into your W column, you know? Okay? And if it's a bad name, you say L. It's an L name. It's like, come on, man. Just so you guys know. I know I had to inform you, catch you guys up to speed, because my dad would never say that. But, you know, I'm trying to be myself here. I'm not trying to be more like you guys. I'm myself. Come on now. So, again, W name, Redneck Drennan. First time here, watched a lot of videos. How long is this intro? It's exactly like 6 minutes, I believe. Just so you know, it's a little informative. It's like a little newsletter, okay? Get your drink. You get your put your feet up. Take off your obviously Skechers because you're Gen X, and then you know you throw on your loafers and your sweatpants that are 2 times your size. You know, like, come on, you just chill out a little bit. But yeah, there's a little timer in the bottom left. Shadow Light Z2, new member. Where's the general tonight? Dad, where are you? I don't know where he's at. If I could find him, I would. But hold on. Wait, hold on. I think I smell him, but he's not in here. So not at the moment. But if he was, I'd know, because he'd be yelling, "I'm not going on the live stream. You already took it. What's going on?" He'd make a big deal about it. Don't worry. He loves seeing you guys. But hey, I like seeing you guys too. It's a little fresh take, okay? Loud One, $5. Yes, we are weird. That's what makes us all so awesome. Mind your manners. I am stealing that. Because every time you say that Gen Z's weird, I'll be like, nope, that's what makes us awesome. You just gave us the best argument ever. Now you got to come up with a new syllable. And I know you guys are going to go dust off those old thesauruses. 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 You can go find some old thesauruses. And, you know, instead of looking it up on online, I know it's hard to start up your computer and spell the word thesaurus. I'm not going to attempt it, but, you know, just knock them off. Find another synonym for weird. Mrs. Four Watton, member for 1 year, gifted 5 Gen X Talks membership. Mrs. Four. I would say you the man, but you the woman. So, to Kevin Grimes, welcome back. Radio Static Productions, Charles Ooh. Okay, I can never understand how to say the 2 A's in the middle of the name. Is it Laos or is it just, or is he just saying Las? Like, I don't know. Phoenix Common Star 2. he's got a membership on both. And Robert London. And thank you, Mrs. Four, for the memberships, man. I really appreciate it. Greg Kate, 310 stars sent. As you can see in the tip jar, right here. Okay, camera inversion's really weird, guys. Right here, there's stars. There's stars in the tip jar now. So you guys know what Facebook has done. Just so you guys know, Facebook's a little different. So if Facebook gets mad that YouTube's blowing up the tip jar, they can just keep filling it back up with stars if they want to. That's how you know, like, the imbalance between the two sites, you know. Because there's a raging war that I like to egg on because I find it funny. Diane Power from Facebook Blue. I'm glad the mods specify, because if it was from the personal page, wouldn't have touched it. Thank you for specifying that's blue. I'm just messing with you, Sammy. Love how you mods are identifying yourself. Good to have a face with the name. I'm glad that the mods identify themselves too, because imagine if you're just watching a stream and some random dude watching was like, "Hey, don't talk to them like that." You wouldn't have any authority. Like, you wouldn't respect them at all. But now that you know they're the mod, they're part of the Gen X Talk staff, you may see them in the intro, you know, you're like, hey, I appreciate what this guy's saying. You know, you instead of reading it, because, you know, text is very interpreting based, okay? Like, my friend thought I was arguing with him the whole time I had a text conversation with him. And it's like that Key and Peele skit. But no, I was just saying, yeah, whatever, it's fine. And he thought I was saying it with some sass, like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. I was like, no, dude, chill out. Wasn't saying it like that. But yeah, a little sidetrack. I'm glad the mods identify themselves too, just for you guys. And it also helps me, because I forget who's on staff sometimes, you know? It's hard to remember everybody. Insurmountable Cali Cat, member for 1 year. Okay, guys, I'm trying to get to my stuff, but I'm gonna try and beat the mods to the bottom of the sheets, okay? This is like me trying to dig out of a hole and they keep throwing dirt on top of it. Insurmountable Cali Cat, member for 1 year. Member for 17... Wait. Member for 1 year. Member for 17 months. Okay. KGXT Studios level. Weird, proud, and has the shirt. Join the club, Briggs. What are you talking about? Weird, proud, and has the shirt. What shirt? Are you talking about your Gen X shirt? That's cool. Disney Mama Sammy Joe, member for 1 year, member for 17 months. Thank you, mods. KGXT Studios. Hey, Briggs, what do you want to do in Vegas this year? Inside joke. Leave the AirPods at the hotel. Oh, yeah. So that's a funny story. So we're going to Vegas January 29th, right, Mom?
Yes.
January 29th?
27th.
What?
27th.
27th, sorry. January 27th, we're going to Vegas for the Vegas meet and greet. If you want more information on that, email Gen X Mom and Gen X Talks. Do we have 2 tickets left to the private event?
Possibly, yeah.
2 tickets left.
We have a regular meet and greet, just a meet and greet at the sports bar.
We have a free regular meet and greet at the sports book, which I'm gonna be honest is like totally worth, because you get that we're very personable. There's barely any difference between the private event and the public event, except you bowl with us in the private one. I'm not telling you guys not to buy tickets. I'm just saying, you know, but yeah, just so you know, they're on the website, mods, eventbrite.com, whatever. So the inside joke of leave your AirPods at the hotel was I had just gotten AirPods for Christmas, like really nice AirPods. And then January rolls around, we go to Vegas, and I go to the Omega Mart, and I had an AirPod. I had a right AirPod on the ride there. On the ride there, I had my right AirPod in because I'm sitting passenger seat. So I want to be able to hear everybody, Sammy and Trippy, but I want to be able to listen to my tunes in a late night drive through Vegas. You know, it's just like that. You know, just hanging out. Why put it on the radio for everyone to hear it when I can hear it, right? So don't worry, I'm much more open about my music taste now. So if you want any of my playlist, email me. I have a white girl playlist, hip hop banger playlist, indie music playlist. I'm not saying they're good, it's just mine, okay? And then so I put my AirPod like in my pocket, just the bare AirPod, and then I left the AirPod case in the car. Well, in the Omega Mart, you do a lot of sitting down, standing up. I think I crawled for a little. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but in the most trippy place, no pun intended, in the most wild place in Vegas for people under 18 at the time, it's all mazes and mind freaks. You lose your AirPod. I was never finding that. I was never ever finding that. So I already left and there's no re-entry. Like we went there till it closed. Like they closed, I could not re-entry because they were closing, and I lost my AirPod. It was very sad. I'm sorry, everybody. It just makes me emotional sometimes. Jeffrey Montgomery, member for 2 months, and the last anyone saw of Gen Z Kid was January 11th during a live stream. The stream suddenly ended, and nary a peep was heard from him again. Nuh-uh. No black helicopters for me. They're all for that guy. Upstairs, well, you guys don't know the layout of our backyard unless you are weird and look at us on Google Earth. But it's over there. He's up there somewhere. Not up in the loft in the studio, but somewhere else. Though I would do a stream from the loft of the studio if I had the chance. That would be a funny stream from up there. It's just a weird spot to do a stream, you know? So if you guys are down, I'd be down, you know? Trippy Pineapple, member for 2 months. KGXT Studios. 22 months. Sorry. KGXT Studios. I identify as a pineapple. Hydrate. Well, thank you, Trippy, for identifying as a pineapple. Hey, Mom, can you toss me a water? I'm out. Don't you have some right there? Oh, thank you. Hold on, I gotta use the force real quick. Don't look at my... Hold on, I gotta use the force. Sweet. I'm practicing. Hold on. Oh! Hold on. I landed that. You can't see. I landed that. Yes, sir. Sorry, I gotta adjust my camera. That's one thing I like about this camera is that I can adjust it, move it around. It's all good to go. Last one in the sheets. And it's a tough question. Papa Smurf Ron, member for 6 months, asked, what's a white girl playlist? So, in Gen Z, or for you guys, a white girl playlist would be like someone who exclusively listens to only Bruce Springsteen, not because some of his songs are really good, it's just because of him, you know? And then 2010s and 2020s white girl music is just like, what would a teenage white girl blast in her white Jeep on her way to her rich kid's school, you know? So that's kind of the vibe you get from that playlist. So you should check it out, man. Email me. I'll send it to you. It's a wild ride.
That wasn't profiling at all.
No, it's true facts. It's true facts. Think about it, okay? It's true facts. It's like if a wannabe Mexican went to your school and was only listening to Peso Pluma and, why can I not think of that guy? He's like the most, Bad Bunny, there you go. Those two, like, that's how it is, okay? And Gen Z, it's all Taylor Swift. No. There is some Taylor Swift on the white girl playlist, but it's not exclusively Taylor Swift, okay? Come on, man. And Top Knot's Rule, member for 16 months, he's an extra. I think I'm finally done. How long are we into this show? 20 minutes? We're 20 minutes into this show, and I am finally done with the first batch of sheets. You know how annoying that is sometimes? I appreciate you guys talking and interacting with me. It makes my job easy. But, you know, when you got things to say, it's a little tough. So, let me go here, and I'm going to need to pull some things up because I'm used to doing it on a Mac because I'm used to doing it over there. But now that I'm on my superior PC, it's a lot better. Right, Trippy? PC over Mac. I'm right. Here we go. Give me a sec. I told you guys, wait. This is the first thing about Gen X that's very odd. What's a pet rock? And why did everybody need it? Why did everybody need a pet rock? I don't know how, but my friends and I would make jokes about pet rocks. Probably because our parents mentioned it in passing. But there's no way somebody bought... I would buy that as a joke. But I swear, there had to be legitimate people who bought that. Yeah, exactly.
My own mother had one.
You had a pet rock. Unironically, had a pet rock.
I did.
What did you feed this pet rock?
Don't have to feed it. That's the joy of it.
You don't have to feed it. Did you give it water?
No, you don't.
Did you have to protect it from erosion? From wind erosion and water erosion? You don't want your rock to get damaged now. What's gonna happen when
It wouldn't die on you.
Yeah, what would happen when that rock outlives you?
Then I took very good care of it.
So are you the pet? Are you the pet? Because the rock is outliving you? Because I swear to God, pet rock is one of the simultaneously brilliant ideas, and brilliant for the person who invented it because he knew people would buy it. People are dumb enough to buy it. But bad on people who actually bought it, you know? Like, he rolled the dice like, how stupid are people? How stupid are people? And he did pet rock, man. That is actually wild on a lot of levels. So
Kevin Grimes said a pet rock is only going to grow if you feed it concrete.
So these are some song lyrics that are in German. Gen X Dad sent me these. Hold on, I gotta remember which song it goes to be sure. Lyrics from that song. Oh yeah. This is from a very famous song. If anybody can guess the song, that'd be sick. I can't understand this. This was one of the top hits in the United States. And it is all German. It is all German. Which I'm okay for international music. But then it's German line, German line, German line. This is what you got to know. Loved you though, it didn't show. What is the context in this situation? I have no idea what the context of the song is that you're saying that. And then you go right into the chorus of just... I can't handle that one. We're going to take a small detour off of. But that's just
9 left balloons.
I don't know. I'd have to pull it back up. This was a movie from your guys' generation. Who said we needed a sequel? And why haven't I seen the first Killer Tomatoes movie? And you guys think we're running out of ideas now. I just don't. I don't get that. Okay? That you're going a little too abstract for me. Like, if you're making it a kid's movie, you nailed it. But then the guy was sitting down, he's like, no, this is a horror movie. 100% horror. No, like, all gore. All gore. And then we can make it PG-13 and say it's tomatoes and not blood. Okay? Who saw this movie? Who saw this movie? Because I need to know. I need to know. That's Return of the Killer Tomatoes. The fact that it's a sequel, I need to know how important the first one was. Like, do I need to know the lore of the first one to enjoy the second one? Like, is there a storyline? Is there an overarching protagonist from both? Or is it just Killer Tomatoes strike again? You don't need context, you know?
There's a comment about it.
Hold on. I've received word that we're getting something in the sheets based on this comment. Awesome movie. Lots of drive-in shenanigans with that one. Okay, maybe you didn't like the movie. Maybe you liked the girl you went with to the drive-in. Okay? Maybe that's not based on the quality of the movie. So, again, proving my point, Generation X is really weird. And you guys... Also, I'm going to move myself over here because I'm talking about stuff. Like, I'm looking like this way half the time. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a little producer stuff. You know where I go.
There's another comment for you.
Jesse Piata from the Philippines, if I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong. Haha, great movie. How do you guys see these movies? I don't understand. Like, what in your right mind was like, yeah, I need to see that movie? Were you so bored that night that you just had to see it? All right. Oh, there's a little bit of Gen X talk. Taking a break. Hold on, let me just. Taking a break from. Sorry, I did like a little Windows restart there. Taking a break from making fun of Gen X for being weird, and according to Loud One, weird means awesome. So being a little peculiar. Little Gen X Talks thing happened today. My dad and I had to deal with this. Hello, Gen X Talks. Unfortunately, your page, Gen X Talks, has been flagged for deletion due to violation of our community standards on intellectual property. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused and appreciate your understanding of the need for this action.
Oh?
What?
You yawn?
No. I was sneezing. Kindly be advised that failing to provide the required information within the next 2 days may lead to the withdrawal of creator monetization tools for your page. We recognize the potential inconvenience this may cause and appreciate your dedication to ensuring the security and trustworthiness of our platform. So, you guys may be wondering how I'm streaming on Facebook, because this is talking about our Facebook page, if it's supposed to be deleted soon. Supposed to be gone. At first I was like, and then I was like, hold on. Why would they do this and not like send a message through Facebook or a notification through Facebook? And then you realize this is a scam. Especially through Facebook. Facebook has a huge problem with botting and with scammers. Especially with stuff like this. Imagine if you're a Gen Xer and you're not as technically smart as a lot of younger people or as people in general. You know, that's okay. Sometimes I'm really dumb with computers. You know, I hit Control F and I'm like, what was I typing again? So it happens. But that link will take you to something else where they'll ask you to sign in. You put in your information and your account gets hacked. So luckily, Gen X Dad and I are not stupid monkeys, so we'll be okay. Again, watch out for stuff like this. Watch out what links you click on. If you see a naked lady on the other end of it, it's probably not someone you can cheat on your wife with. It's probably a scam. Just so you know. Again. Next. No, that's Killer Tomatoes. Why do I have 2 Killer Tomato pictures? Why do I have 2 Pet Rock pictures? Oh, here we go. Some things that Gen X Generation X people had to deal with. Having to rewind a movie you rented, or else risk of being charged an extra fee for not doing it. Is that a real thing, Mom?
Yes. It was on everything.
Excuse my language here, but what dicks that you had to wait, you had to rewind it yourself? What? If I was working on a Blockbuster, I'd rewind the movie for them. I would not care. I'd have a little TV or a little.
They had a little machine that could.
Yeah, I'd have the little machine behind me, and when they return, they'll be like, "Hey, did you rewind this?" And they'll be like, "Oh no, I forgot to." I'll be like, "It's okay. Put it on the machine." You're not sitting there going like this. I gotta rewind it all by hand. Don't worry. It's not that deep. It is not that deep. Be kind, rewind. Okay, I get it. But if somebody forgets to rewind it, you don't need to charge them, dude. You're not focused so hard that you can't get other work done. Okay? I know you're trying to make a few bucks because your stores are going out of business, but chill out. Okay? Gosh. For real. That is wild. Imagine you go to the movie, or like you buy a movie on Apple TV and you have to rewind it before you give it back after you rent it. That is crazy.
They did make VCRs eventually that rewound it for you at the end of the movie.
That's amazing. Now that's innovation right there.
Eventually.
That's innovation. That's good. But please remember to rewind is just stupid. Like, don't charge people to rewind it. Come on, dude. It's like Netflix upping their prices. You're already making bank. You don't need to up it anymore. Now you're just causing more people to share Netflix accounts and more people to pirate your movies. I would never pirate movies again. So, why do I have a lot of pictures? Oh, okay. This is a wild. I saw this. I was flabbergasted. I didn't think this was real. This is a song. This is an actual title of a song. I Eat Cannibals. That was one of the most popular songs. What? What? Are you kidding me? I eat cannibals. First off, I don't eat I'm quoting. I don't eat cannibals. First off, you're being hypocritical. Stop. 2, why are you eating people? Stop it. And then again, so I know some Gen Xers are going to be like, poking up his glasses, actually, if I were to eat a predator of the wild, I'd technically be eating a cannibal if it eats its own kind. I'd be like, okay, dude, shut up. I don't care that you're bringing facts into this conversation, but that's not what they meant. Was this actually a good song? I haven't listened to it. I only listened to one song I'm going to bring up, and it's the next one, because it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's... Okay, well, hopefully it was at least a decent song, but I Eat Cannibals probably could have thought of a better name, you know? You can have a crazy, like, off-the-wall lyric in your song, or an off-the-wall chorus where you say that you eat cannibals, but don't make it your song title. Like, that's just a little bit over the top, you know? Just maybe this much over the top, okay? So, I'm going to take a break here because I have one more thing after this, but I'm going to go through the sheets again. Loud one, $5. You would rewind 300 movies a day because people were too lazy to do it themselves. You can barely remember to put your clothes in the washing basket. Yeah, what's wrong with doing 300 movies a day? You know, just put it in, rewind. I hit rewind, it's rewinding. I just every time it's finished, it'll ding. Done. Not that hard. I would have been the best Blockbuster worker of all time. Jason Miller, remember for 2 minutes. Yo, Gen Z kid, remember what I said? Especially if you're going to Vegas soon, never shoot pool or play cards against someone whose first or last name is that of a city or a state.
You're out.
Huh?
You're out because you're named after a city.
What do you mean? How? What does that mean?
Burger, Montana. That's what you just said, didn't you?
No. Oh, no. Wait, no, but that's not a real place, right?
I think it's Bridger.
Yeah, it's Bridger, Montana. I'm not named after a city. I'm allowed to shoot pool or play cards. So I'm gonna have to ask somebody their full name. What is your full legal name, sir? They're gonna think I'm a Fed. What is your full legal name for my own purposes? Jeffrey Montgomery, member for 2 months. Is he really teasing us for our song title? Yes. I will admit, some Gen Z song titles are very weird. Like Dance Monkey. That's a weird song title. And then the song is kind of annoying as well. But you had one called Shock the Monkey. Every time that comes on, I laugh so hard. It's, Shock the Monkey. And I was like, there's no way this is a real song. It's like that people actually listen to unironically. E. Ross, member for 1 year. He's an extra. Woo! Welcome, E. Ross. Thank you for being extra for 1 whole year. Big red one. Jesse Piata, Facebook personal. New study shows 19% of Gen Z bring a parent to a job interview. What's that all about? That is social anxiety over-amplified by people, okay? I went job looking today. That's what I was going to talk about. I went job hunting today, and I did not bring a parent, and I did not get an interview, which was very sad, because a lot of places you walk into, apply online. I'm like, but dude, I'm making the extra effort to come inside. Like, please, you know? Some people are very cool about it, but you know. Yeah, whatever. From Rumble, TJ Wrench, weather watch here, blizzard warning tonight and tomorrow in central Iowa. Thank you for the weather report, TJ Wrench. We'll get back to you. Honorable mentions for stars on the personal page. Tracy Pyle, 200 stars, and Jesse Piat, 200 stars. Thank you guys for the 400 stars collectively. You guys are awesome. That's why you're a star. Yeah, I went job hunting today. I'm slowing it down a little bit because I started off, I went to the ag supply store where we get all of our stuff to the nice lady that works there first because she's been talking about how she needs help. And I've been kind of hinting like, hey, I could totally help out. You know, it's an ag place. It's like my thing. And I was saying, hey, you know, like if you're needing help and stuff. So that went well. She pretty much just said, give me a few weeks. We'd love to see that. And then afterward, I went to Taco Bell, which if you guys remember, the about 2 hours before prom in May, I got an interview at Taco Bell, and I interviewed. And he pretty much gave me the job, and then I declined him because, 1, I was finishing out my senior year, and 2, I didn't want to work at Taco Bell at the time. So, you know. So it's funny that I'm going to a Taco Bell with my resume. It's a different Taco Bell this time, though. Different hiring manager. So I talked to him. He pretty much just said, thank you for the resume. Thank you for coming in. You know, I really appreciate you getting your effort in. And then he said, you know, just apply online. I'll ding you, and then I'll get you an interview. So that'd be really cool. Joe Dermott says, why does Gen Z always use anxiety as an excuse? I feel like social anxiety is more prominent in our generation because we were the first generation to kind of grow up as, like half of us kind of grew up as iPad kids, where we're always on technology. And you grow up with social media and you want to stay inside more. When you're not having as much social interaction as a child, it scares you. Or if you have a bad interaction, like when you're a kid and you don't force yourself through it, it's going to be amplified when you're older. So I feel like a lot of, especially with COVID, that long stretch of a lot of not talking to each other, like in person, it's very difficult for people to overcome that. And I think it's a real thing. I think that more people will have that kind of social anxiety. I don't know why it's such a scary thing for people, but it's real. And I hate that it's more prominent in my generation, but you know, it happens, you know? So the best thing you can do with someone with social anxiety is to help them get through it and overcome it. Don't cater to them as much. Try and push them to go through it, you know? They're not using it as they're not like abusing it as an excuse. It's more of like it genuinely is like what's happening, you know? Like they're not like faking social anxiety. A lot of people will have it, but I will say some people do fake it. I have really bad social anxiety sometimes. Like, sometimes I'm like, dude, I don't, like, my social battery sometimes will just be at 0. I'm like, I can't talk to anybody right now. I just need to be alone. I'm a person who enjoys solitude. I need it some days, where I just need to be alone and recoup, and recharge. Even if I'm doing nothing, Even if I'm working, but I'm alone, it's okay. Noel, member for 1 year. Fast food sucks. Go to an expensive restaurant and apply. Well, I applied to other places, like to be a receptionist at a tax firm and a realty place, to be like their key puncher and typing. They asked for my words per minute, which was really cool. Oh yeah, and Gen X Dad reminded me there was a very mean Jack in the Box manager. So I went to Jack in the Box because I'm trying to go anywhere to get a job anywhere. I don't care. I need money. I'm broke. Like, I need it. And I need to get out of the house a little bit. So I go to Jack in the Box. It's one of the most cramped Jack in the Boxes I've ever been to. I asked for the hiring manager. He comes out, says, "This is very rude and disrespectful." I'm like, whoa. Like, did I do something? Excuse me, did I do something? And he says, he goes, what you're doing right now, coming here in person, giving yourself an unfair advantage is what did he say? He said, you are disrespecting the integrity of the online job listing. I'm like, bro, I'm just trying to get a job. I'm sorry that I wanted to, like, go in person, like, this dude blew up at me. I was like, okay, dude, sorry. Like, I just left. I was like, I'm not going to let you yell at me. I'm just going to leave. I'm not going back to that Jack in the Box. I'm going to try to stay away from Jack in the Box at all. So, another thing I just saw in the comments from Dragon Slayer Jade, Gen X didn't have social batteries. Okay, you didn't call it social batteries, but you wanted to be away from people. Gen X mom, you have even told me sometimes you like to be alone, you like to read a book. It happens. We just have better terms for it, like a social battery. People understand that. Not everybody wants to be around people all day, every day. Even if it's your best friends. Even if it's your wife. Humans just need some space. So don't make fun of me for saying social batteries when it's a totally real thing that you have probably experienced, and I just put social battery, a soft word in front of it. You understand what I'm talking about, and don't downplay it, because a lot of people have it. Team Up Church, member for 17 months. Amazing job on what you're doing, kid. Keep it up. Tell the wise men we are going to have a marble battle in the streets someday when hell freezes over. Team Up Church. A marble battle? Marble battle. That's a good... I haven't heard that one. Especially in the streets. Gotta have it in the streets. Especially with them sloped streets, so they can roll off to each side. Jeffrey Montgomery, member for 2 months. Gen Z kid, what's with all the one-word song titles for Gen Z? Diamonds. Hello. Firework. Whistle. Classic. Shower. Oh, dang, I know a lot of these. Hangover. Something wrong with using multiple words? 2 syllables? I don't know. I feel like Diamonds, if you saw a song named Diamonds, it's very like, I don't know, it could be a lot of things. It could be about diamond ring. It could be about getting rich. There's a lot of things. And one thing I'd like to say about Gen Z music, or like the music industry nowadays, than it is in your time, back in your day, but in Generation X, you wouldn't find many artists besides the radio, besides your local radio stations, and that was pretty much it. And even then, it was pretty much just big hits all day, every day. You could look across all of America, and you're all listening to mostly the same music by genre, of course. Like, here are the big country songs. Here are the big rock and roll songs. Here are the big pop songs. I don't think you guys had pop yet until Michael Jackson. So, but with Gen Z with Spotify, Apple Music, and Pandora, Tidal, whatever you use, it's just a big bundle of everything music ever. It doesn't matter where you are or when you are, really, because I listen to Michael Jackson Thriller album just because I want to. You know, I don't have to wait for someone to be like, I'm going to play the entire Michael Jackson Thriller album on this radio station at this exact time. But that also gives me the opportunity to find independent artists trying to grow and go into the music industry. Unfound artists in potential that wouldn't be found if they were in the same time frame as the 80s, because it's hard to get onto a radio station. It's hard to get that record deal, you know? But if you're an independent artist making great music, you're going to get discovered through social media. You're going to get discovered through Spotify and stuff like that. So I feel like Gen Z is oversaturated with artists to the point where everyone has a different music taste. That's why Spotify Wrapped is such a big thing, because it really gives you an insight on the person, on what they're listening to. So it's just something to think about. That's why you always see, that's why a lot of people say Gen X had just the best music. Well, yeah, because all you listened to was the best music. There was no like tiny genre of music that a lot of people like over here, or that crazy number one. Okay, I will say, if you guys are mad that a song called WAP is number one, I'm going to let you know that you had a song in the top 100 called I Eat Cannibals. Okay, I'm bringing it up again. That was crazy. That's whew. Yeah. Anyways, back to the sheets. Gen Z kid, that's the all one word song titles thing. Brother Bruns, if you are studying agriculture, get a job in agriculture. It allows you to gain experience in your studies while earning your degree. Yeah, but it's what I'm trying to do. But again, I just need a job to put some experience on the board, and then I can bounce off to another place, you know? Scott Aarons, member for 6 months. Very well said, Briggs. Gen Z kid, bottom last nation. COVID pushed many over the edge and Gen Z on the screen instead of outside with his friends, etc. So I agree with what you're saying. Exactly, it's tough. You push them inside. That's the whole reason why Gen X Talk started, was because I was inside, I was bored, and the only person I could talk to was my dad. So that's why this whole thing started. Bubba Shinobi, member for 6 months. He clearly hasn't been a manager long enough. I would hire you CEO if I was still in Cali. Well, I can't. It's hard to explain to people what Gen X Talks is when it's on my resume. I put content creator / CEO of a business. You know, like this is a business. Like, we sell things and we have merchandise, but I also just make content. So I'm like a creator. It's tough, you know. Briggs, apply for a job making tips. You do great. I should, because I feel like I have a very personable personality. You know, I feel like, I don't want to be arrogant here, but I feel like I'm likable, you know, like I connect well with people. There you go. This is my interview prep here. Tim Tree, Facebook personal. Ever heard of cassette tapes? Yes, I've heard of cassette tapes. Have I used one? No, but I've heard of them, and I read it in my history book. Dragon Slayer Jade, member for 1 month. What is with Gen Z and Michael Jackson? Well, imagine a ton of Generation X and late millennials who just love Michael Jackson. Keep playing their song over and over and over again. Now the kids are like, who's this guy? Oh, Michael Jackson. Also, that's how you know his music was so great that it just transcends generations. He's an amazing artist. And then you have artists nowadays who were inspired by Michael Jackson, paying homage to Michael Jackson, sampling his songs, like Good Life by Kanye West, sampled PYT. Thank you, Gen X Mom, for pointing that out on the car ride to Eureka. Stuart Bailey, member for 2 months. 99% of music nowadays is samples and autotune. When are they going to write their own music and sing with their own voices? There are so many artists that sing with their own voices. That's why I'd say a lot of, like, people who use over autotune, I get. Like, that's annoying. I don't like that. But then there's people who There's people who use autotune a little bit to help them convey the message that they're trying to send in their song because they know they can't sing that well. Like, imagine great writers who could sing as well, like great poets. Imagine if Robert Frost could sing. He would have written some of the most amazing songs of his time. But if he had autotune, and he had a decent singing voice, he could help convey good music. I'd say it's good in moderation, as a lot of things are. So, they do write their own songs. They do. A lot of people, like pretty much every artist does. And a lot of them have in hip-hop and rap, they have intricate rhyme schemes that you might not catch on. They have very unique references, and music plays off of itself. I'd say a sample is very impressive. If you sample a song and make it into your own, it makes one of the best pieces of music that I've ever heard. If you listen to the song "Where's the Confetti" by Jev, that I think is one of the most amazing samples I've ever heard. But it's kind of a hip-hop rap, so if you don't like it, don't have to listen to it. But "Where's the Confetti" by Jev is an insane sample. I listened to it again today, and I was like, wow. Efog, just wanted to say hello to you, Gen Z kid. Briggs, what's going on, Efog? Welcome to the stream. Heavy Hard Drive, member for 2 months. People in the 80s had to bust their ass and sacrifice a lot, sometimes even their own souls, just to get a record deal. Today, anyone can record some bullshit and put that hit into the airways. But doesn't mean it's going to get played. I'd say it's definitely easier to get seen as a music artist nowadays, but you still have to put in a lot of legwork and a lot of time into your music. And you actually have to have good music. People aren't just going to like it if you just rap it in the... Like, people aren't going to like that, So you need to make good music. It's a little bit easier because of that. But I like it because now I get introduced to a lot of artists that I would have never gotten introduced to because they're not going to get played on the radio. But in turn, it makes the radio suck to listen to because I don't have my favorite artists on there anymore. Miss for One, member for 1 year. Briggs, apply to Applebee. That's a good idea. Working at Applebee's, that'd be a good one. Brother Bruns, member for 2 months. He just sent $20. Straight up, $20. Thank you, Brother Bruns. You're the best. I tried Home Depot. I went to the one closest to us, and he said, we're not hiring for this position right now. I was like, what? I was like, okay. Take down your now hiring sign out front. I was like, that's cool. To get job experience on the board, drop Gen X Talks from the resume and play dumb. Experience works for and against you. Well, I think it's good for specific jobs that I do because some of them want a creative lead or a creative designer, and that's a great way for me to say, I'm very creative. Look at me. I'm very creative. I do the same live stream over and over again. I'm very creative. Jason Miller, member for 2 months. Imagine if Edgar Allan Poe could sing like Chris Cornell. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. With autotune, you can turn a lot of who would be poets into music artists. Because I'd say that some of the most, I'd say that some music artists are more like poets than they are music artists. It's just they say a poem over music, and it just makes it better. Like, imagine if you were reading an impactful page in a book. It'd be a lot better if you had music with it, because music sets the tone. It helps you immerse you into the world that artist is trying to bring you into. Mavic, you need to listen to some Jesse Howard. Let me look that up real fast. Jesse Howard. I gotta write that down. What kind of art? It looks like country artist. I'm okay with country. Country is okay. I'm not against it, but it's not my favorite. But I'll listen to it if it's on, 100%. Scott Aaron, I have a country playlist with my friends. Scott Aarons, member for 6 months. Briggs, how about Home Depot garden? Oh, yeah. But rather see you at a mom and pop or a nursery. I'm trying, man. Noel, member for 1 year. If you don't have a business card, then you should. I do have a business card. I just don't have my wallet on me. Randy Kurtzman, Facebook Blue. Look for an entry-level job at an advertising agency. That would be good, but I don't think there's a lot of advertising agencies in Bakersfield, and not a lot of them are hiring. It's tough. But we making it out. I'm trying to get one job, stay there for 3 months. Now I have experience, and I can look for. I'd be one of those people who job hop. Okay, I'm job hopping to get better pay. Because I can leave the job anytime I want, unless it's a contract, of course. But I'm allowed to leave the job whenever I want. Mrs. Forwad, member for 1 year, $20. Mrs. Ford, thank you for the $20. You have come a long way in your live streaming, Briggs. Way to go. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate that, Mrs. Ford. She's been here for a while, so I respect her opinion a lot. Kailash, member for 6 months. What about working at a pet store? You got experience with animals. True. I was thinking about applying to the large animal hospital in town, because that'd be really sick to, like, help horses and stuff. I don't know. And they'd be like, this cow is getting skinny even though he's not eating a lot. And I'd be like, oh no. What's happening? I'd be like, I'd try and help. I'm a quick learner. Radio Static Productions, who's a new member. Woo! Go to O'Reilly's. Always hiring. That is a fallback. I do like going to O'Reilly's. I go there way too much. Tim Trieb, Facebook personal. Keep grinding, kids. Start thinking and less feeling. You'll do just fine. Follow your parents' lead and they won't direct you wrong. That's why I went job searching out today, because Gen X dad was like, hey, you should go job searching. And I was like, okay. So I did. That Jack in the Box worker, man, her manager, that was just crazy. Anyways, oh yeah, I do have one more thing. That's what I was going to do. I did have one more thing. Okay, let me get to that. Yeah. Here it is. Who is this? Tell me who this is. Surprise. Who is this? Who are they? What's their band name? Because when I heard the song that I'm about to present to you, it was pretty funny, because it's just called it's. If you guys don't know, I'm waiting. Actually, I'm waiting. Come on, guys. Nobody wants a job hopper? They don't know that I'm not job hopping.
Fine Young Cannibals?
No.
Okay.
And it's
by the way.
yeah. And I'm not job hopping every 3 months. I'd stay at someone like a year and a half. Like, I'm putting time, and it's not like I'm not putting in the work, but I would be a job hopper. I don't care. I'm putting in good work. You call my last place, they're going to be like, hey, he did a good job. Okay? No one? Wow.
Flock of Seagulls?
No. It's Talk Talk. It's Talk. Gen X Dad showed me this, and the song I'm talking about is Talk Talk. Let's see how many times in this song called Talk Talk do they say Talk Talk. They say it a striking amount of times. And more, 43 times do they say Talk Talk, which means they say talk 86 times in one song. I get your band's name is Talk Talk, but you're going a little overboard with the talking, okay? Now, the actual song is really good. I listened to this one. It's a very good song. I really enjoyed it. And the meaning behind it is very cool, too. It's about a guy who gets cheated on by his girl, and he knows because all she does is talk to him and doesn't do anything else. Doesn't go on dates. They don't hang out. Nothing. So that's the whole point of the song. But he says talk 86 times in this one song. And it started to get old once he said it the 85th time, so they almost overdid it. Yeah, just so you guys know. Anyways. Check the sheets one more time. Nothing. Okay. From everybody here at Gen X Talks, we are winding down the night. The lights have turned off. The bar is closing. And it's time for if you don't wait, what's the saying? No, I got it. Don't help me. Don't help me. I got it. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Okay, guys? Because the stream is going to end after I leave. So, yeah, so everybody, discord.gg/Gen X Talks. I'll probably be in there for a little bit. I hope everybody had a good night. I had some show prep for tonight, so it was great, It flowed quite swimmingly, as you might say. But yeah, I've been here for a little bit. You guys have been here for a little bit. And I think it's time to part ways until next time. I'm just going to let you guys know on a little secret here. I'm going to be doing a solo show like Mondays. I don't know what time yet. It's not set in stone, but I'm just giving you guys a little update here, okay? So this is a little practice for what I just mentioned right there. You might see more of this. So I'll give you guys an update on the job hunting, and the next podcast is coming out. Next podcast is already out, right?
We'll drop tonight at midnight.
Drop tonight at midnight. Next podcast. Forgot you guys switched to Fridays. So from everybody here at Gen X Talks, we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Yep, I said it. I took his thing.
Everybody say goodnight.
Yeah, good night, guys. Good night. Where's the ending button? Where's the stream ending? I can't find the ending button. There it is.